Alright, so Bone, written and drawn by Jeff Smith, is a fantasy fiction comic graphic novel centered around three Bone cousins: Phone Bone, Phony Bone, the best character, and Smiley Bone. The nine-book series starts off with Phony back at his financial shenanigans again, as the Bone cousins all get run out of their hometown of Boneville because of Phony's greedy mayoral campaign blunders. The three cousins are all stranded out in the desert, hopeless and without water, when they are suddenly separated into the mountains. Our glorious protagonist, Phonebone, miraculously hikes his way through the dense rocks and plunges his way into the main setting of the book, the valley. The valley consists of various different locations our characters traverse throughout the book, including, but not limited to, the Kingdom of Athea, the Rat Creature Temple, more on them shortly, and my personal favorite, Barrel Haven Tavern. Phonebone and his cousins, along with the other protagonist Thorn, her grandmother Rose, and her love interest Lucius, are all wrapped into an epic good versus evil themed war caused by the long lost balance between the humans, dragons, and rat creatures. The rat creatures are led by their overlord, the Hooded One, who, get this, wears a hood, and their commander Kingdoc, the biggest and strongest of the rat creatures. Without getting into too many spoilers, but while still attempting to summarize the plot effectively, in essence, the rat creatures and the Hooded One seek to restore the spirit of the Locust from the dead corpse of the Dragon Queen Mim, who was killed and melted into stone by her fellow subordinate dragons. Yes, that happened. During the 9 books, Thorn begins to uncover more of the book's spirituality theme, as she learns more and more about the power of dreams from her grandmother and Lucius, in addition to flashbacks we see throughout the novel that depict the night that Athea fell, which is the night when Thorn's parents were betrayed and killed. My favorite part of this series is hands down, without a doubt, the world building aspect of the book. There's a vast amount of knowledge to be gained about the story the characters live in, as well as the past events that transpired prior to the stories taking place. In addition, I do feel the need to point out that the humor contained within these pages is nothing to scoff at. For instance, when the cousins are all stranded in the beginning of the book, Phonebone is trying to work out a plan while Phony is complaining, and then Smiley, the less intellectually sound of the three, interjects and calls Phony a selfish greed bag. With that being said, who would enjoy this book? Well, I do believe that anyone would have a high statistical likelihood of enjoying this book, but more specifically, if you also tend to enjoy fantasy fiction novels, comic books, or books with a very interesting overarching storyline combined with excessive world building, then I would certainly recommend this book. Overall, Bone by Jeff Smith easily deserves a crisp 5-star, 10 out of 10 perfect rating. As someone who's only ever read books that were assigned to me, Bone did not have a difficult time recapturing that long lost feeling of enjoying a book.